You see this thing we call patience in trading. I'm waiting for this trade to reach all my entry conditions. I'm very patient, very, very conservative in trading. I risk only 0.25% of my account per trade. I'm one of the most disciplined and most conservative trader ever. I follow all my risk management. I'm very careful and disciplined with my accounts. Guys, I just discovered that you see this thing, sometimes it's not all about discipline. It's not all about being conservative. It's not all about being careful. It's not all about applying proper risk management. Sometimes just learn to tell yourself the truth. It's all about what I call fear. F-E-A-R. Fear. You're afraid of losing that account. Just tell yourself the truth. Just tell yourself the truth. It's not about being too careful, being too conservative. Sometimes you don't want to lose the account. Sometimes you are too scared of losing money. But that's what trading is all about. You need to sow. For profits to germinate, something needs to die, rotting, before it produces another one. That is exactly my experience this week. So imagine someone now, you are trading with a $300 account. Trading with a $300 account and you are trading with 0.01. Trading with a $500 account and you are trading with 0.01 lot size. And you are trading, not that you're even trading volatile pairs like US30 or NASDAQ. You are trading Euro USD, AD USD, NZ USD, and you are trading with 0.01 lot size. Imagine a situation like that. And that same trader will call himself a disciplined trader, applying proper risk management. That's not being disciplined. That's not applying proper risk management. Brother, the 100% truth is that is just the fear of losing. That's just the fear. It's just fear, nothing else. Sometimes it's not about being too disciplined. It's fear, raw fear. That was one of my experience this week. On Monday, normally on Sunday evening, I do my analysis before the market opens by 10 p.m. I'm through with my analysis, so I saw this particular setup on Euro JPY. I'll be sharing it right here on the screen. So I saw this setup on Euro JPY. I saw 3 good setups. One on Euro JPY, on CAD JPY, and on Euro USD. All conditions were met. All the 3 setups were very good setups, and they all meet all my entry conditions. But guess what? I was busy making money on the demo account. I'm not placed depending on my live account because I was 5% down, 5% in the loss. So I had just 3% left, just $200 left for the accounts to go. I'm in phase 2. Just look at how the trade played out. Very profitable trades. Euro JPY alone gave me 1:4. CAD JPY gave me 1:3. And that of Euro USD, it did not move that day. So imagine if I had taken this trade, I would have been out of Jordan now. But just because of this thing we call fear of losing, and that is when you lose more. You know, when you are risk averse, that is when you tend to lose more in such situation. That is when the real losses come. When you are avoiding to lose, that is when the real losses come. But to start trading recklessly, you are now confused. You are now angry with yourself. Why didn't I take this trade? Why didn't I take this trade? You now feel like forcing a new setup to come again for you to recover for the trade you did not take. That was my experience this week. That was my clear experience this week. Sometimes it's not all about risk management. It's pure I mean raw fear. Raw fear. So I end up still negative 1% this week. I'm still down negative 1% this week. And I'll be sharing my charts here, all my trade setups. Let me just show you how I traded for the week. And as of the next day, bid on Tuesday, after I missed all those good trade setups on Monday, I came back on Tuesday trying to recover the loss. I dropped so many signals that Tuesday, but guess what? I was just very angry with myself and start taking trades anyhow I like. That is different setups, which majority were all losing trades. I not take them on my Profim account. But it really pissed me off, honestly, this week. Let me share with you. Let me share my screen with you guys on the trades I took this week. So here's what's supposed to be my first trade of the week, which was on Monday on Euro JPY. But like I said, fear. Just because of fear, I just decided that I'm no more trading on Monday. I mean, this trade met all my entry conditions, but that fear of, when you're in the losing streak and you're in the drawdown, I don't even understand. I don't understand. These are things that I preach, but I still fall for it. You understand? So here happens to be the setup. I was making money on my demo account here. That was my stop loss, and this was 1:4. And look at how the trade played out. How did I came about this trade? Same thing, same process, same style, no difference. The same way I've been analyzing the charts, no difference. So this is a strong psychological level, as in price has been reacting from that level. I saw a support here. I saw this break, enter in, come out again, close significantly below it. Then I wait for this retest, and that was how I got this trade, and it was a very profitable trade. This was 1:4 on Euro JPY. I'll not take the trade. That's it. Then the next trade was on CAD JPY. That was on CAD JPY. Here's it. If you go to the daily, let's just go to the daily charts. This is a very clear signal. Look at the level. Right here is a resistance. When price broke above it, you see how it acted as support here. Actually, it was just spike. All these things were just spikes. And what I count as a complete breakout is a break. That is when a candlestick close significantly below or above a level. That's when one can call that a complete breakout. And this candlestick right here, which was last week Friday, NFP news, break this strong support level right here, which I'm not expecting to now turn as resistance. Look at it here. Resistance here, support here, support here, support here, support here, then a break closing significantly below it. I was expecting a retest here, stop loss somewhere here, and take profit to this next level. Because if you look at here, you will see that we have a trend line here. So I knew that once we get to this level, there may be a reaction. Here was my take profit level. So that was how I analyzed the charts. Coming to the 4-hour chart here, look at it, and it played out well. Activate it, went for another 1:3. So if we should check that Euro JPY, which was 1:4, plus CAD JPY 1:3, that's 7%. 7% have brought me out of drawdown and still put me in profit. But guess what? I did not take these trades. I never took this trade, and that was why I was very angry with myself. And the third setup right here, that was on Euro USD. That one wasn't a profitable trade though. I took the trade right here. It was a buy. Placed my stop loss here, and I was targeting here, this resistant level right here as my take profit. But guess what? The market did not hit my stop loss that day. Which, if I had taken this trade though, this one would have been a losing trade. It just stopped me out and head over to take profit immediately. It would have been a losing trade, but 7% minus 1%. That's just, I'm still up 6%. I would have been out of drawdown by now. But fear never made me take this trade this week. And that was why I was just angry. On Tuesday, I started sending different trading orders in my Telegram channel, which I never took in my Profim account though. Finally, I saw this setup on gold. This particular setup right here on gold. So this was the setup. This one really stopped me out. It was a nice trade though. I sent the trade signal on my free Telegram group. I called out a sell right here. But guess what? The market just moved up, stopped me out, and head over for 1:3 before reversing. Which, according to my plan, once I see 1:3, I'm going to close that profit or lock up at least 1%. So this trade, I would have profited from this trade, but guess what? It stopped me out. I entered again. It stopped me out at break even and later still come down. So that was how this goes trade. This was the only trade I took this week and it ended up stopping me out. That was my PNL. That's just the trades I took this week. I had so many other setups which were just, out of, I'm just trading with anger and shorts. That's why I took those trades. So that was how my weekly trades just went. I don't even know. Not really happy about it because these are things I preach against and I end up still doing the same mistake. Coming here again, right here on gold. Let me delete this thing here. On Friday, look at this level. It was a support here, Coming here, it was acting as a resistance. Then on Thursday, price closed significantly above this level. I knew that a retest here, there will be a rejection to the upside. But the same thing, fear of doing. I was just tired of the charts. I don't even feel like picking any other trades. Would have also been a very profitable trade though. I've been a profitable trade, but the same thing, I'll not take the trade. That was just how this week went. I need to be very sincere with you guys. This was not a very good trading week for me. So that was my trading experience this week. Trying to avoid loss and finally falling victim for that same thing you're trying to avoid. That was how the week went. So that's it. Raw facts. I'm not hiding anything here. So right here was my PNL for the week. 3 trades. I split one into 2. 2 trades, sorry. The first one stop loss. I entered the second one. That one stopped me out at break even. And that was it for the week. And here's my current account balance right now. Just left with 2%, which is just $200. Then the account is gone. I don't know how it's gonna be, but anyways, it's part of the plan. It's just part of the plan. So I'll see you again next week. Thank you.